To booth or not to booth? That is the question. Welcome, folks. Dr. B here. Let's find out whether it makes sense to get a booth or if we should pass on it. So there are a lot of pros involved in having a booth at a flea market. And here's a few. It's very inviting to buyer traffic. They walk by, they see something that looks established and set up. It makes them naturally they gravitate over it. They want to take a look. It offers shelter from the hot sun and if you have a rainy day. It protects your merchandise from the elements. You don't have boxes fade. You don't have things get hot. I mean, if you're in a very hot climate, things could even melt. If it rains, things get wet, boxes get soggy. It's just a mess. And it gives an aura of stability in being an established business. Much more so than somebody who's got everything laid out on a blanket just on the ground. Okay? So, in fact, if you see all of these booths, it looks like a row of little stores, and I call it a touch of Rodeo Drive at a flea market or a swap meet because they look like they're set up. They might even stay a few days. They didn't come in, dump everything out, look to get rid of it, and run away. What are the cons? Well, the cons are if you have too much in the booth, and the booth is hard to see into, the merchandise can be hidden and people may not come in. It's too easy to get comfortable and sit down and eat lunch. You heard me yell about this before. I hate it when I see that. I won't do it again right now. People hesitate to ask a vendor who's sitting behind a wall or a table or under a booth because some of them get intimidated. They think maybe I shouldn't bother them. I don't really want to ask. I don't want to, it's a little too much. So they'll want me to buy something. And they walk on by. So if you've got a booth, you've got to make sure that you're up and about. Open air space does have some pros. It's easy to see what the products are. You've got north, south, east, west exposure, and you're less likely to kick back and doze. It's selling time, folks. So open air space, easy interaction. If you've got things set out nicely like this fella does with his boots and shoes on tables, and he's interacting with people, you see they're happy to talk to him. They want to look at his merchandise and his wares. Easy buyer navigation. You see things are set out. There's tables. There's room for people to walk in between. They can come around. And there's so much stuff to look at. It makes them naturally interested in wanting to come by and see what you've got. What are the cons? People don't stop when it's hot. They don't stop when it's raining. They may not stop if they glance at your products and prejudge them before really giving them a chance. And they may judge you as a fly-by-night or a garage sale seller only. So for all spaces, make sure that you have folding tables, folding chairs, tablecloths if needed for display. You never want to give the wrong impression. You only have one time and a few seconds to do that. Put the best face forward, whichever option you choose. Set the tables and chairs to give space for your buyers to walk through your store for a day. Decide which is best for you. Make it inviting and make it a profitable day. I'll talk to you soon.